What's up guys, my name is Michael, welcome back to another video. So today I have 10 tips and tricks for the iPhone 11 Pro. I asked you guys what video you want to see and you told me. So if you want to vote, make sure to subscribe so you'll see all notifications in your activity feed. That way you can vote and you guys can choose what videos I make next. So assuming you've liked the video, subscribed, and also turned on notifications, let's jump into the tips and tricks. So number one is to master the new shutter button on iPhone 11 Pro. So Apple actually changed the functionality of the shutter button in the camera along with the other improvements that they made to the camera system. So now when you're in photo mode, you can just press and hold your finger on the shutter button and it'll automatically switch to taking a video. Now you have to remember that this does not record in full resolution. So if you have your video recording resolution set to 4K and then you press and hold the shutter button to do a quick take video, it's going to be maxing out at 1080p. So just keep that in mind. So now that a press and hold records a video, if you want to do a burst photo, all you have to do is press and hold and swipe to the left and that'll do a burst shot. So we're going to stick with the theme of camera for the next tip. If you jump into settings and go into camera settings, first I'd recommend changing your default video recording resolution to either 4K 24 or 4K 30 FPS. Jump out of that setting and then turn on auto low light FPS. What this is going to do is if you have your recording resolution set to 4K 30, when you are in low light, your iPhone will automatically tune that resolution down to 4K 24 in order to preserve more detail when you are in a low light situation. And also when you're in camera settings, make sure to turn on capture outside frame. What this does is when you take a photo with the normal lens on your iPhone 11 Pro, it's also going to take some detail from the ultra wide angle camera. And then later, if you accidentally crop something out of the photo upon the initial take, you can then zoom out and actually capture details that weren't in the initial photo. This is a really cool feature. Number three is swipe typing. Apple calls it quick path typing, and now you can swipe from letter to letter to type on your iPhone. But also, if you have an iPad with the latest update to iPadOS, you can now shrink down the iPad keyboard and have that exact same swiping option on your iPad. This is really awesome, and I use this every single day. Number four is to move multiple apps at once. So you've probably been there where you're moving apps on your home screen and you don't really know what needs to go where, but you just want to move a bulk of your icons from one screen to the other, and it's really awful to move each individual icon at once. So iOS has this really cool feature. Once your icons are in wiggle mode, all you have to do is press and hold one icon, drag it down slightly, and then just start tapping all the other icons that you want to bring in that drag, and then move your finger, swipe it to the other page, and all the icons have been moved. Next up is to turn on the useful settings in Control Center. So I don't know why, but Apple has a lot of really cool toggles in the Control Center settings that aren't actually turned on by default. So if you go into Control Center settings, you can see all the toggles that you can turn on, and you can fill up Control Center if you want to with all these toggles. I'd recommend turning on Do Not Disturb while driving, screen recording, low power mode, and also there's a shortcut to the calculator and some other tools within the Clock app. So this next one is definitely my favorite on this list. If you want to copy and paste text really fast, Apple added this really cool option where a quick little swipe in with 3 fingers is going to copy text. So once you have your text selected, do that little swipe in gesture and then you can copy it, and then do it again. It'll also cut the text away. And also doing the exact same 3-finger spread is going to paste the copied text. Number 7 is for all you Apple Music listeners out there. So if you ever have that song stuck in your head and you know the lyrics, you just don't know who it's by or the name of it, you can actually search by lyrics in Apple Music. This has come in handy so many times for me. If I can remember how that song goes in my head, I just can't remember who wrote it or what the name of the song is. So you can search by lyrics in Apple Music. This is a very, very underrated feature. So number 8 is a very small feature, but it is just really cool how much Apple pays attention to the little details. So in the weather app, when you're looking at an overview of all your cities, and say you want to get the weather for a whole bunch of different cities if you're going on a trip, you can actually just pinch in to peek at the weather for that location and then just pinch again to close it. So this feature isn't big by any means. It's just kind of a cool little Easter egg that some people know is there in the weather app. So use it if you want to. Okay, moving on. We're at second last now, number 9. So iPhones out of the box, they have certain Safari settings, which I just don't understand. So out of the box, iPhone Safari tabs are set to automatically close. And I know so many people, when I look at their iPhone and I go into their Safari tabs, in fact, you should check your Safari tabs now to make sure you don't have more than 10 open, because you probably do. Check your tabs and make sure they're all closed. And if you don't want to have to do this every single day, I'd recommend going into Safari settings and set an option to automatically delete your tabs after a certain amount of time. So we're going to finish off the video with some Do Not Disturb settings. Now these are really cool. So go into settings, scroll down a little bit to Do Not Disturb, and the first thing you want to do is turn on Schedule Do Not Disturb. You can set a start time and an end time depending on when you wake up and go to sleep. So next, go back and then scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and set up your Do Not Disturb while driving settings. You definitely don't need to be getting those SMS notifications or those Snapchat notifications when you're driving. Stay focused when you're behind the wheel and set it up so it turns on when it automatically connects to your car Bluetooth. So Do Not Disturb also has a pretty cool setting called dim lock screen. So if you turn this on, your lock screen is going to obviously be dimmed when Do Not Disturb is turned on. But when you wake up in the morning, you get a nice little wake up notification, and it also tells you the weather. It looks pretty nice as you wake up. So hopefully you guys learned something new, and if you enjoyed this video, a like would greatly be appreciated as it does help out this channel. And also tell me in the comments below what was your favorite tip that I told you in this video. On your screen right now are 2 videos that are recommended for you, so if any of those look interesting, I definitely recommend going to check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching. The support recently has been amazing, so keep voting when I ask what videos should upload next. Like the video, comment, subscribe with notifications. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael, and I'll see you in the next video.